เราก็อาจจะใช้เวลาแบบไม่นานนะครับร้อนนะครับขอบคุณครับบอลครับบอลเข้าแล้วไม่ไปเพราะตอนสุดท้ายฉันกลายเป็นเด็กอนุบาลยังมีอาการเสียใจแม้ผู้ชินแล้วก็ตามได้แต่เฝ้ารอว่าเมื่อไหร่
What's up? Here off back Chong here. So I finally got some work done with the weed eater, with the whippersnapper, whatever you may call it wherever you're from. I made a wee start in the pond. Going well, but I thought I had fuel, but I haven't. So I've run out of fuel. So take a ride with me on the wee motorcycle. That's what they call the wee mopeds here in Thailand. And we'll go get some fuel. I'm taking this plastic bottle because at the wee shop up the road, they usually have glass bottles the fuel stored in. So I'm not sure if you have to take your own plastic bottle or not. Wife's not sure because we don't usually buy it from there because we usually just have diesel. And we'll go down the wee road and I'll show you what they do here at the wee little dairies, little convenience stores. Right. Get your motors revving on this bad boy, eh? She rides quite smooth on the dirt. She actually rides quite smooth on the dirt. I'm surprised. I thought it'd be bouncing all over the place. I'll bounce around more in the truck on the way out the driveway than this. Right, here we are at the big dairy. Ni.
ไม่มี
ไม่มี
ใช่ อันนี้95
Okay, cup. I was right. Wifey was wrong. You got to bring your plastic container and you got to fill it up with their glass one because they like to keep the glass one on the display. So I only got 95 today. So we'll quickly fill that up, get that back home in the weed eater, and get back to work. Rightio. So don't waltz into these rural Isan dairies and think there's a new display of drinks there that you've never seen before because you'll be drinking petrol. But obviously here in the rural country, very handy. Some of the older people, some of the yais and stuff, quite a wee hike for them to head into even just the little proper center of the village here to go to the petrol station. Right, so what do they charge me? That's a litre of fuel. This is the 1.5 litre plastic bottle. A litre of fuel for 47 baht. So it's more for your convenience. You're not going to get petrol store, gas station prices, are you? That's right. Litre of fuel goes a long way in this weed trimmer. Right, that was about 30-40 minutes, excuse me, that was about 30 or 40 minutes of cutting there. Probably doesn't show up so well on camera. I've seen it before when I filmed the pond, but that grass is quite thick because there's usually a lot of moisture or even just about a bit of wetness in the bottom of that pond. Feels quite muddy underfoot here in the middle. But as you can see down in here, should be about a good 10 feet to the top once this grass is all removed out of here. I ran the weed trimmer dry there, so I emptied the tank. So I've got just another tank left, but I think that'll do for the day. So it's getting about 1 o'clock now, 2 o'clock, and it's screaming hot. Those clouds that were dark have passed by, and now it's just blue sky coming, and blue sky equals hot sun. So let me tell you a wee story about the tragedy on the farm this week. So 2 weeks ago, me, the brown fuzzy dog, the alpha male of the property, had a nosebleed. We thought he'd gotten bitten by something, maybe a snake or a scorpion or something. We don't see a lot of things that would cause that on this farm. But he was off his food for a day and a half, 2 days, and then slowly came back up and was fine. A few days after that, Snow, the wee puppy from my sister-in-law and her brother-in-law who live at the front of the property at the little house. Their wee dog Snow, he must be about 5 months old. Unfortunately, he succumbed on day 2 of having those symptoms. He had a massive nosebleed, lost a lot of blood, but still ate, but was just very lethargic and tired, and unfortunately succumbed the following day. Magnum, who've already used up one of his lives, then probably used up his second one because he was unsure what was going on where Snow, his wee friend, was missing. And about 3 days of him suffering, no nosebleeds though, 3 days of him suffering though, became very dehydrated. We had the vet come out 3 or 4 times. He was very dehydrated, lethargic, eyes sunken in, hardly any saliva in his mouth, struggling to swallow, and then it took 5 days to bounce him back. I'll add this clip in next where I finally tricked him into being able to eat finally. There he goes. Eat the bacon. He's a smart man. So probably not the best healthy for dogs, but anything to get his taste buds and get him to actually start eating some solid foods again, because you can't live on water for 4 days in a row. So we're trying everything to get Magnum to eat all his favorite foods, chicken livers, stuff like that, cooked up with a bit of sauce even to it to really tempt his taste buds, but he wouldn't budge, wouldn't eat. So I finally tricked him with bacon. It works for other people. I cooked bacon for the first time on the farm probably about a month after living in Thailand, and both my sister and brother-in-laws, they all came with their noses in the air wondering what that wonderful smell was. It was just a trick because I know Magnum goes crazy for his food, and I just wanted something to tickle his nose and tickle his taste buds. So luckily it worked, and that got him back on the road of eating. So then we had the vet in the area come back to us and come across other dogs in the area that was suffering similar symptoms, and they probably put it down to possibly a blood-borne disease, and with a lot of fleas and ticks and stuff in the area, even though we keep a lot of our dogs groomed and washed, they still get covered in them. So it's a constant ongoing treatment you need to have for your dogs in Thailand. Nam Chok, he's the new puppy on the farm, mother-in-law's dog. He's probably about 3 months old now, coming up 4 months old. He then came down with symptoms, but we were on top of it then, so he only had symptoms and probably suffered with a bit of a fever as well for 2-3 days before bouncing back. But unfortunately we lost Snow this weekend, so it's a very sad loss, because all those little dogs, they love my wife and they follow her around, especially because she always cooks them their dog rice here, cooking in there with a couple of chicken carcasses. Just gonna go see our nephew play soccer this morning at the wee district office and grounds just inside our village, or just on the outskirts of our village I should say. Our wee nephew Dan, his wee soccer club, are playing in the big tournament today, so we're gonna see how he does.
แล้วช่วงเย็นอาจจะมีฝนเปิดเลยครับเอาเก่งเลยครับโอเคลงเลยถูกต้องแม่ไม่ต้องชี้ถ้าไม่ใส่ก็โดนเหลืองเท่านั้นแหละไปแล้วครับหงราประตูนะครับต้องถอยออกมาผู้สาตูเล่นนะครับนี่โอ้โหเตะดอกสวยมากเลยครับแต่บอลไปถึงหมายเลข 9บอลลงได้ทางซ้ายยิงด้วยซ้ายด้วยโอ้ยทางซ้ายมันแน่นอน
Part 2 will be coming soon to cover the rest of the district sports week. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one.